we're not reinventing the wheel. But yesterday they did this Miggy celebration day, and V-Mart was out there, and they brought out a ton of people. Well, Chris Ilitch went out there, and Al went out there. I mean, and the booze rained down. But I want to do this in a different way. You have three people who were lustily booed yesterday as the Tigers. Again, it was another listless performance. I mean, just offensively, no traction, no quality, just nothing. They are an obscenely bad offense. And it's a shame because the bullpen's one of the top 5 in baseball, whether you believe in it or not. Statistically, it is. The rotation, you don't get to cry about the injury. The pitching's been really good. You know, if a guy like Mize doesn't get hurt, you don't get to see Faedo and find out what he is. You don't discover whatever a Bo Brisky might be. The point is, pitching's not the issue. This is an offense that is headed for historic ineptitude. So here was my question, and Rico liked the way I put it, so I said, all right, well, the hell with it. We'll do it on the show. Let's just go with that. Who deserved to get booed most? Of the trio of Chris Ilitch, the owner, of Al Avila, the general manager, or of Javi Baez, the high-priced free agent bust? Who deserved it most yesterday? And look, if you were at the game, I mean, you were probably booing the entire product. I do understand that. But we are getting to a point here. Like, I heard Doug say something earlier. I'm not mad at it, so I don't want anyone to like take it that way. But like, Doug made a comment, well, you know, what did he say? The justification for keeping Al is getting pretty thin. Getting pretty thin? Getting pretty thin suggests that there's any justification at all. And I think any real Tiger fan has known for years, plural, Al should not have a job. He's terrible at his job. So is it Al? Well, here's how I do things. Don't get mad at the idiot. Don't get mad at the person you don't like. Get mad at the person who signs their paychecks. I mean, it's no different than if you don't like this radio show. What are you mad at Rico for, or me for, or David for? Get mad at the people who sign the checks. Look, it's Chris Ilitch. I mean, first of all, and Rico may throw the penalty flag on me, I can't separate the fact that I think Chris and they have violated a public trust with this District Detroit fiasco. Okay? It's an embarrassment. And no, it's not about the LED roof. But I mean, come on.
Is it about the picture I sent you?
Oh, my God. It's about a lot more than just that. But the District Detroit thing, I can't separate it. But Chris's stewardship over the Wings and Tigers is an embarrassment. And I know what people will say. Oh, well, he empowered arguably the worst GM in baseball to do the spending. Like, I can't even be mad at Al anymore. Al's going to go to work until someone tells him not to. Going to keep taking the check, keep living the life. I mean, I can't even be mad at him. Be mad at the guy who allows it. Mm-hmm. This is year 7 of a rebuild. And here was my theory, Rico, and I want to throw the number out. This is where I want to hear from people. Who deserved the booze the most? 248-539-9797. But, like, we all refer to last year as a major step forward, right? Now, mind you, they won 77 games, 75 games, whatever it was. And offensively, they were surprising, right? I got a theory on that. Do you know why maybe Robbie Grossman had the biggest power season of his career, or Akil Baddoo was a thing, or how Jamer Candelario went from bum to bum who led league in doubles? I can keep going, but you get the gist of this?
I do. Hey, by the way, did you like the guy in the Baddoo jersey?
He should have been escorted out and never allowed back in the stadium. But here's my point. Do you know why we may have seen those things?
Why?
The baseball.
Oh.
The ball. The juiced ball. That these bums that they put out there are not good ball players. They've never been good ball players. But with that wild ball they used, Robbie Grossman, who probably doesn't have 25 homers in his career, had 23 last year. Or Akil Baddoo, or Candelario, or go down the list. So now, real ball players are adjusting. And you see, look, Mike Trout's hitting home runs, Aaron Judge hitting home runs, Vladdy, Devers, etc., right? Quality is still producing. Maybe not at these, outside of Judge, ridiculous, Barry Bonds levels, but it's producing. But you know who it's hurting? The imposters. The reality is Al has an entire lineup almost exclusively made up of imposters. So the bottom line is, as much as we wanted to act like maybe, and I got fooled a little bit too, that maybe they were taking a step forward, no. We were fooled. We were hoodwinked. We were conned. And who's allowed it? Who got tricked along with us? Who's empowered this entire failed rebuild? Chris. So if we're asking the question of who deserved the boos the most, it's not Javi Baez. Sure, Javi stinks, but he stunk before he got here. I'm a nobody. I told you he stinks. I told you I wouldn't pay him. And Al, sure. Al just does what he does. The wrong thing. That's going to be on Al's tombstone. Did the wrong thing. A lot. So the reality is, who do you blame? Javi's showing up and getting his check. We would do the same. Rico, you could go 0 for 500, collect your check, and it is what it is. Blame the team who pays me. Then you look at Al. He's only doing what he's always done, which is the wrong thing. The reality is, and people, if I'm wrong, if you're booing someone else, cool, let's have the conversation. It's about the guy with the power that you need to boo. Chris has the power to end the nightmare and fire Al Avila and any remnants of him, but he won't do it. So to me, number one, Casey Kasem, top 40, number one in America, it's Chris Ilitch. 248-539-9797. David, do you have that sound before Rico casts his vote?
The booing sound, or you want the other stuff?
Oh, yeah. Oh, the booing. I want the booing. Boo! Boo! You suck! That sounds incredible. All right. Rico, go ahead. Who deserved the most, Baez, Al, or Christopher?
I'm going to take it in the reverse order. Baez can still salvage his season. Yes, he is bad right now. Batting under 200. OPS is not great.
Not great?
Well, I'm trying to put a positive spin on it. That's my
sarcasm meter. Sorry.
It's my best Doug and Gator impersonation.
A 543 OPS is the equivalent of not being able to crush a grape in a food fight.
Yeah. But he can still turn this season around. He still has opportunities to do something. And he's done it in the past. Whether he does it here, I don't know. I do think that Al is being told what to do because he hasn't been fired all this time. I agree with you. I think it's Chris. I think Chris has allowed all of these things to happen under his watch. He could have stepped in, and you've seen other owners be more aggressive or do just different things. He finally wanted to wake up this year and say, well, hey, we're not in a rebuild. We're going to go out and we're going to spend, but you went to the dollar store. You didn't go to like the real store to get players.
And here's the other thing. If I hear somebody, this is the narrative, the company line I can't stand. I call it the Bally line. Well, they spent the 5th most money in baseball. These deals have opt-outs. Mm-hmm. You didn't make long-term commitments. Now, the irony in all of it? You're going to be on the hook for all of it because Erod is stunk, and Baez ain't opting out of nothing unless he plans on retiring to a mansion. Nobody wants him. You couldn't trade Javi Baez right now, even if you picked up half his salary. Nobody would touch him. Radioactive. So I'm with Rico on that one. Chris allowed it. Oh, and by the way, hey, here's the latest and greatest. You want to sign that this general manager is just atrocious. He didn't even win the Austin Meadows deal. Isaac Paredes has 5 home runs. He'd be leading the Tigers right now. Austin Meadows hasn't hit one yet.
And see, that almost felt like Tampa gave you a head start, and they still lapped you.
You want it even better? How about this one, Rico? Matt Carpenter, you're a Braves fan. You've experienced St. Louis Cardinals baseball, right? Matt Carpenter, a longtime Redbird. He's actually been dead for 5 years. The Yankees exhumed his body from the dirt, and he popped up as a skeleton with a mustache. Matt Carpenter has 5 home runs in 10 games with the Yankees. The Tigers haven't hit one in 8 games as a team.
I saw that. They literally just found him someplace. And he came
It's called
in.
a burial site.
Right.
See, you are giving my reasons, Mike, on why I believe it's Al Avila. Look,
Okay.
I understand Chris is the one that tells him what to do. He makes the ability, he gives him the ability to go out there and get Javi Baez. He says, spend some money, go out and get him. But Al Avila, his job is to know the talent that's out there. His job is to gather the scouting report on a player and says, look, that's the guy I want to trade for. Chris, yes, tells him trade JV, trade JD, all of that stuff. But he didn't go out there and make the trade. Al Avila made the trade. You're supposed to know what's out there, what another team has to say, you know what, if I'm trading JV, this is who I want because I believe in them. He's got nothing in those deals. That's on him, not Chris.